Relief efforts continue there. At least 15 people now are believed to have died after the recent heavy rain. Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu visited affected areas in Buffalo City today to assess the damage. She's calling on NGOs and relief groups to work with government when responding to affected communities. Our reporter and camera operator on the story, Nceba Ntlanganiso, is there and joins us now. Nceba, thanks so much. So 15 people now confirmed to have died as a result of this flooding. We know that since yesterday there's been concern about more rain. Talk to me about the situation there at the moment.
Well, Sally, as I'm standing right here, it's overcast here in the Buffalo City today. So that worries people a bit. And having visited the places where Minister Zulu, as well as the MEC of Social Development here in the Eastern Cape, Zulu City, going to the families that are affected, still staying in the community halls. People are still terrified. You know, they are saying that can the government quickly speed up the process so that they can go back to their normal lives of having a shelter, and also schools are going to be opened very soon. And they are worried because they've lost their documents, the IDs, and all of that. And schools will be open very soon, and they don't know what's going to happen as the government is kind of sluggish, having to follow the processes or the policies that the government guides the government when it deals with the cases of this nature. Well, the minister raised some issues to addressing these families there, saying that these communities need to be organized. They must work through their leaders, so that by doing so, the government, to make life of the government very easy in order to quickly act upon dealing in the issue of crisis or disaster. Well, having asked the minister the question of, and they feel ashamed of being overtaken by NGOs like Gift of the Givers in terms of a quick response in helping these people. Let's listen to what Minister Zulu had to say on that matter.
I don't feel ashamed at all. I actually think that the fact that we are working together with them, and the fact that Gift of the Givers, Meals on Wheels, and all others who have been there, they went to work with the communities. The one thing that I think needs to be said, though, in terms of them being to have a better agility, they are smaller than government. They don't have systems that need them to go through long processes before they are able to support the communities. I'm not saying government should act like that, because there's also accountability that needs to happen. But it's very clear to me, and it's very clear to us in government, we need to shift our system so that there is agility. Because nothing stops us from being agile. It's just that we have PFMA, we've got all those things that say before you can even go in there, here are the things that you need to have. Those are good policies in place, but they must not tie us down and we are not able to move as quickly as possible. Because our communities don't know about PFMA. All they know, they've been affected by a disaster. All they want is to be assisted immediately. And as the Minister of Social Development, one of the things I have said to both SASSA and Social Development and all is, can we go back and relook at the agility? Can we go back and have systems that do not tie us down, but also have systems that are accountable at the same time?
Yeah, the Minister acknowledging, though, that they need to take a leaf out of the book of smaller organisations that move quickly, and that government needs to move quickly as well. What did the Minister have to say about the issues that you've raised, that the community is talking to you about, their fears around lost documents, the fact that their kids are going to be starting school next week? Has she offered any practical advice? Have any other institutions and organisations within government got some practical solutions for these communities?
Well, Sally, having the minister talking there and also getting the response after the whole address that have taken place, That's what people they wanted to hear, actually. People, they had hopes as they were told that the minister as well as MEC are coming to us to address them. That's what they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear when are they, how quick are they going to get temporary shelters, how quick are they going to be helped in terms of getting the documents that they've left, but that they've lost. But they haven't had all of that, having the minister there. To them, it was the address that was above their heads, because the most important thing that they wanted to hear are those issues, and they haven't had anything regarding that. The only thing that the minister touched on addressing the people there is communities must be organized. They must work through the community leaders in the issues of this nature, so that people can quick to register to those leaders how many people are affected, what is it that people need, so that as the government they can work through those leaders, as well as the structures that deals with disasters. Those structures, she said that those structures need to be strengthened in such a way that they can offload work of the government in dealing with disasters. They haven't had anything, the minister, talking about when and how quick that they're going to deal with the issues that you've raised, the issues of documents, the issues of uniforms, and the shelter. They haven't had anything about that, and it's really worrying, and people are disappointed.
I'm sure they are. Well, Nceba, thank you so much for bringing us that update. And we know that at least 300 people have been affected. And sadly, with overcast skies and more rain predicted, one hopes that there won't be any more flooding in that area around Buffalo City and beyond. Thank you so much for that update, Nceba Ntlanganiso.